Hello, my name's Emily. Welcome to today's video. This video today is just going to be covering all the things that we would naturally talk about in session just prior to your hypnotherapy session. This just gives you an idea of things that are required from you throughout the process and things that you can do to prepare. I've got some notes. I'm going to read from it and I'll make this as quick as I can. So, hypnosis. What is it all about? Hypnosis is really about letting go. You don't really need to do all that much in hypnotherapy. You're not required to think, assess, or use your mind really at all. All you need to do is to be able to let go and relax. Now, sounds easy. It's not always as simple as that. Some of us have more frantic lives. Sometimes we have more responsibilities at other times than others. And all of these external factors can really impact just how well we can surrender and letting go. You don't need to worry about that too much. That's my job as a hypnotherapist, to monitor you, to make sure that you're okay, and just to see where you are within your range of relaxation. All you need to do is follow my voice the whole way through. If all you do is listen to my voice, then you're 99% of the way there. You're in the driver's seat. It might seem that you're handing over the keys to your mind to me, but it really isn't the case. Your unconscious mind will automatically reject things that aren't in alignment with who you are and what you're here to do. So that's the greatest thing about it, is that you're in control and you've just got to relax and trust. The next thing after you've been able to let go is just to trust. Trust everything that comes to you. Trust every image, sensation, thought, impression. It doesn't necessarily need to make sense to your conscious mind. We're not using that in hypnotherapy. You can use it afterwards. I'm here to help you piece together the symbology to try and create a whole story and understanding of all of these things that are coming through for you. Sometimes I might ask a question and the answer that comes to you may well sound like it's got nothing to do with what I'm asking. But as a therapist, I'm in complete trust that what is coming through is exactly what needs to come through for you today. Be patient. All you can do is be patient. It can be very frustrating sometimes as a client when nothing is coming through. And when we're getting frustrated, often we're going back into the conscious mind, which then comes back to letting go again. And again, I keep you in a state of relaxation throughout the whole thing. So you really don't have to worry, but just to be patient with yourself. I know for me, images and sensations can take some time to come through. And at first I was getting a little bit nervous. Oh, nothing's coming through. Can I even do this? Again, it's the conscious mind. Everyone can be in hypnosis. We go into hypnosis multiple times a day. Driving, you ever driven somewhere and then suddenly realize like, wow, I'm at my destination and I don't know how I got here? Self-hypnosis. When we're doing the dishes, our mind is elsewhere. Self-hypnosis. So everyone can go into hypnosis. So we just be patient. That's really the thing. It's just be patient with your whole journey. The more that I am regressed and the more hypnotherapy sessions I receive myself, the better and deeper I go each time. So I always say to people that, hypnotherapy can very much be a one and done, and you've got the issue that you've come to resolve sorted. Fantastic. But if you really want to explore your consciousness, multiple sessions are really great and you receive more information each time, whether it's a new viewpoint on something traumatic that happened as a child, or new information about this other thing that happened as a teenager that all of a sudden makes sense to you. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a fascinating experience. And let me just try and divulge a bit more as to what you might experience throughout sessions. We all receive information differently. Some people are very visual. I'm not. I don't see 4K images. I don't see anything like that. If anything, I might just get a black and white, almost like a snapshot, almost as if a stamp is being pushed into behind a screen. It's an abstract thing. I don't see the long, vivid movies. Sometimes I do, but often not. I'm more of a kinesthetic, sensing being, so I sense things a lot of the time. Some of you might hear things. Some of you might be very auditory, otherwise known as clairaudience. It's one of the clairs, one of the skills. You might see words on a typewriter than seeing a scene. It's really fascinating. Everyone sees things so differently. And I love exploring and helping people explore, how they're designed to, how their design works with them. Again, be patient. We've got to be patient with all of these things. There is a sense sometimes you might get a really elaborate image, a sensation or an impression, and you think, am I making this up? And I thought this on a few occasions, like, no, I've got to be making this up. This is just my imagination, right? Well, yes and no. Yes and no. When you make something up, you don't necessarily feel the deep emotions that often come along with when you go into hypnosis. You can get really big feelings in hypnosis for all sorts of different reasons. And if you were making it up, you wouldn't necessarily respond in such a way. And yeah, I've written here, these impressions come from your unconscious or your subconscious mind. So you're not making it up. Something to be aware of without all sessions for all of us is that sometimes our conscious mind, despite being told that it needs to step aside, sometimes it wants to come on in. Most of us spend most of our time in most days listening to the things in our brain, listening to what it's chattering on about. And oftentimes it's just regurgitating things it's seen, things it's experienced, things that have annoyed it. It's almost like a narrator. And sometimes that narrator, we can get so locked in and so identified with it that we often end up following and obeying the commands of this voice. And if you're anything like me, I've been like that. Hasn't really got me into the best spaces because it was full of fragmentation and fear. But the conscious mind can pop up during these sessions, and that's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. It's the nature of the mind. It's there to keep you safe. It's there to be on all the time. If it wasn't, we wouldn't get anything done. But there are times within the session that you might just want to say to yourself silently, okay, conscious mind, I notice that you're chatting a lot. I'm going to need you to sit down and be quiet, please. And it does. It commands. We're moving into the time frames of multidimensionality, and we can talk to all of our organs and they do respond. Sounds weird, just try it. Talk to an area where you've got pain, talk to it every day for 30 days and watch that shift change. Spooky and magic. It's great. Within hypnosis, we have the opportunity to go in and out. If we are coming to a traumatic memory, and I can see that you're responding and maybe your body is bracing because it's feeling a bit worried, we have the ability to be able to go zoom right in, to get really close, to examine the situation, and we can zoom all the way back. We have full control of everything when we're in hypnosis, and I get the fun job of moving you along your storyline, whatever's coming up for you. I absolutely love it. But that just gives you an idea of the pre-talk that we would do beforehand. This is often a little bit longer and I give you a chance to answer questions, but I just wanted to create a video so that I've got something out there to send to people who might be interested in having a session with me. So bear with me, the camera's not all that great. The audio might well be just suitable, but we'll get things moving. At the end of the day, I'm not here to be a content creator. I am here to help people with unraveling the knots and kinks within their minds and in their bodies. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you've got any questions, find a way to reach me in the comments. You can click below. That'll take you to the website, show you all the services that I offer. And I will see you next time on the next video, or I'll see you online for one of my sessions soon. Take care.